Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. As you can see by the title below, this is on episode 16 of ReZero. And yes, another awesome episode in my opinion. Yes, it may not have the crazy psychological things that happened in the last one. The amount of feels and stuff that happened in that one had me at the edge of my seat, mouth hanging open and everything. Could not believe what was going on. But still, this episode was another good episode, just in a different feel, more about, like, it was interesting to see the politics of everything. Obviously, we got to see the other candidates. Subaru trying to, go up to all the candidates and ask and beg pretty much for their help. And we get to see all their different points of views. And this episode was like a really good episode for Subaru to pretty much learn more. Because right now, the whole thing about everything that's happening right now is that he needs to learn what is going on. The way he is right now is just, it's not alright, obviously. Right now, he is just crazy out of his mind, and he needs to learn the reasoning for everything that has gone to, happen to him at the moment, and what he needs to do to change. And this episode was a really good example of what he needs to change, what he needs to, what he learned in this one will help later on the next episode, because I'm pretty sure that he's going to end up dying in this one, because obviously, you saw at the very end, giant eyeball, huge monster thing obviously appears at the end, and that's a cool thing. I'll talk about it now anyway. I actually did not know what the heck that thing was at first. I was like, what the hell is this thing? Giant eyeball monster thing? I almost forgot, and I read in the forums and people were like, it's a whale, the whale is here, all this kind of stuff. I'm like, whale? What the hell are these guys talking about? Is this a spoiler? Are you seriously spoiling this? And then someone said it was already, someone said it was already shown before, and I was like, what? And I remembered, oh my gosh, yeah, they did talk about a whale. Episode 14, Rem tells him, if they can't go into that certain direction because of the fog. If you get caught in that fog, there is a white whale or something like that, and you will not survive. And I thought it was so cool that we get 2 episodes from, before they said that, and all of a sudden, boom, it happens. They get attacked by a whale, to which it was pretty weird too, because the guy that was right next to him with the bandana and everything, he's like, hey, what happened to him? And it seemed like no one had an idea of what happened. It was like he was never there. Even though obviously Subaru saw him, and so did we as viewers. Rem didn't say anything, but I don't know, it was just like, what happened to him? So it's like this whale pretty much takes, like, when it kills you, it just makes you disappear. Your existence is just gone, like you were never there or something like that. That's pretty crazy and pretty scary, to be honest. And it's another thing where, like, whoa, well, obviously his, Subaru will reset time still, yeah, right? Even if his existence is, disappears in this world kind of thing, this at that moment, because no matter what, the Jealous Witch's power on him will allow him to go back in time, right? I'm thinking either that. No, that's got to happen, because there's no other explanation. There's no other reason for him to, like, if he survives in that fog or something. I don't know how he would do that because of that whale, but that was pretty crazy to learn that, to remember that kind of thing, thanks to those people in the forums, remembering about the whale, about Rem talking about it before. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I almost forgot about that. They did mention that before. That's pretty crazy, to be honest. And it was kind of weird that Rem doesn't mention anything about it this time, though. But I guess it was because, like, they're pressed on time already, so they gotta get there, gotta go there fast kind of thing, But yeah, that was, of course, the ending, the crazy cliffhanger. It's not ReZero without a crazy cliffhanger at the end for us. So yeah, I can't wait for the next episode for that, to learn more about that. But of course, this episode, like I said before, was more focused on Subaru learning more about politics, more about negotiations and everything. Because pretty much, like, you kind of understand where these, the candidates are coming from, because, why are they going to, like, the first girl, Krush, I think her name was, why is she going to help him and help Emilia when she's in the running for her? And she made a good point as well, saying, if Emilia can't defend her people in her domain, what makes her, she's not a person that is worthy of being a leader, being a, the leader of the country and everything. So she does make a good point there, even though I'm with Subaru on the fact that, like, come on, there are people that are going to die. Sure, she just, like, sure that, what's it called, I get the whole thing with Emilia and everything, But come on, there are innocent people that will die because of that. And she's like, oh, it's not my fault. It's Emilia's fault for that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is messed up. But of course, back in the day, in those kind of times and stuff like this, and obviously it's a fantasy world, but in those kind of times with rulers and stuff, it's all about your standings, all about that kind of, politics. Even nowadays, it'd be like that too. It's like, I'm not going to go there. That it just makes no sense to defend her and everything. And of course, Subaru makes the whole thing with him saying that, Emilia will drop out of the standings, but that's not going to happen. He doesn't have that kind of right to be doing that. So obviously that's going to happen. And I feel so sorry for Subaru. Like, throughout this whole episode, he gets rejected by Kurush. He gets kicked in the face by, I forget what her name is, the other candidate. And then he gets deceived by the third. But hopefully, because of all this kind of stuff, he learns. And maybe in this next time, now that he's going to die, obviously, he can change his way. Now, Kurush's mind, you can't really change. The second girl, maybe this time, instead of licking her feet, he can just say, no, he's not going to do that. Because I kind of get what she means about the whole thing, about what he's doing and everything. Is like, I don't want to help you, and because all this, greed, he only wants. And that's kind of, you kind of see that as well. It's always about, Subaru always just wants and wants and wants. But, of course, you kind of get why he's doing all this stuff. When Kurush is talking to him and pretty much mentions, you have this evil glint in your eye, and, it's obvious that maybe you're just using Emilia because you want revenge on, the what's it called, the witch's cult. And it may look like that. And you kind of understand why she would think that, as a person who has not seen what Subaru has seen. He's gone through so much. I totally understand and feel for him at this point. Like, there's still a lot of people that hate him and stuff, and I get that as well. I hated him as well. But at this point, he's just deteriorating slowly and slowly, more and more. And at this point, if you were in his shoes, what would you do? I'd honestly be doing the same thing at this point. His mind is broken. He just is trying to figure a way to get revenge and kill those witch cultists because of what they've done to Rem in the last time, what they have done to Emilia, what they have done to Ram, all of them. It's understandable. At least they did, honestly, also mention what happened to Roswaal, why he's not there. And now we do know why, because my last review, I was like, where the hell is Roswaal? Why is he not there to help? Like, what the heck? But of course, now we understand that he's not there for some meeting with a bunch of people, so it kind of makes sense there. That sucks. But yeah, and also, where is Beatrice as well? Did she go with him? That's another thing too, because she's pretty strong. I'm pretty sure she can defend, right? But yeah, other than that, of course, like I was talking about, the whole thing, if he does reset time, he can, instead of, licking her feet, don't do it, and maybe she will help after that, though it may not be, because she's kind of is just a bitch, really, her character. That's just how she is. But maybe instead with the purple hair girl, it's pretty crazy how she's got like a cat army kind of thing. That was a little crazy. And the cute little cat kid that ends up being, of course, her second in command or something. That's pretty crazy. But this time, instead of, obviously, she used what he wanted for her, what she wanted, and deceived him, ended up getting information about Kurush and that, merchant guy. This time, he can use that because he knows what she wants, and he can trick her and kind of thing. That's what negotiations are. You have to go in knowing what, just like she said, knowing what the other person wants ahead, so you can use that against them. So maybe next time he'll be able to do that against her. Though, I don't know, even if he does, it's kind of right now he's not in a right mind, and like, I don't know, it's just, it will be hard for him, to be honest. But hopefully, all the stuff that has happened in this episode, he will end up, learning everything, and now, get better because of it. But yeah, honestly, it was a pretty crazy episode. Like, I really felt sorry for Subaru throughout this whole thing. He literally, at this point, like, is just so desperate to get help now. He tried his own way going in there, ends up, having Ram go ahead, and then, she dies. He finds them all. She dies there. They try going ahead again with just him and Rem. Then she dies in a horrible way, and he also dies again. What's he going to do now? This time, at least he tries to get some help, to which, of course, it doesn't end up working this time. Though, hopefully, now he'll be able to, in the next episode, figure out a way to get his help and use everything that he's learned in this episode for, negotiating everything in the next episode to stop and get everyone to help him. Now, if that's a way possible, hopefully that will be, because honestly, like, this episode, it was just like, it was just sad to see, like, him get, like I said, rejected by Cruz, kicked in the face by the other one, deceived by the other one. Where's Felt? I'm guessing she's gone too, because Reinhardt is gone, so I'm guessing she's with him, but she'd probably help him, right? I would think. Hopefully Reinhardt would help. That just sucks that he's not there, because obviously that's like the main kind of person that you'd be like, gotta go to help, you know? He'll help for sure, right? But of course that ends up not working out. But yeah, that was pretty much the episode. Honestly, another awesome episode. Really a good episode that literally showed a lot about the politics of the world, a lot about who the candidates are and what they're doing, and really just a good learning experience, hopefully, for, you know, Subaru to learn, and hopefully in the next episode be able to change things up, because I'm pretty sure he's dead from that whale. That's pretty much it for him, I would think. Oh, another thing is, before I end this video, is that I did see that some light novel people were kind of sad. For some reason, I don't know, it still seemed like it was good that he actually ends up with, when he's with Cruz, he tries to threaten her with a spoon. Okay, that would be pretty cool to see, but I don't see how that's really needed. And all the people are like, why'd they take it out? Why'd they take it out? I'm just like, it's just a spoon. It was still shown, like, when he got up and was about to, you know, go in her face, it still pretty much showed what he, you know, how mad he was and what he was going to do, kind of thing, you know? I'm pretty sure the spoon was not needed. But overall, still just another amazing episode. Hopefully the next episode, since this is more of a build-up episode, to be honest, like, it had a lot of good things going for it, but it was definitely a lot of aspects for it that would build up to the next coming episodes, and hopefully the next one will be better, because right now it's just going worse and worse for Subaru, and it's just getting depressing to see for him, man. I really feel for him, to be honest. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And like I always say, if you guys have your own opinions on how you felt about this episode, the same or not the same, good or bad, feel free to comment below. It's always interesting to see what you guys want us to talk, you know, how you guys feel and everything. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, and if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. It really does help the channel. And yeah, until next time, guys, see ya.